am here to visit my dad, who we have been alerted is like in the dying process, most likely. He's been on hospice for a while. It's a long story for him that kind of starts with a fall and then the not quite getting better, and he's basically been living in a hospital bed for the last couple years. You know, he's been hanging on. So I'm gonna go say goodbye, I guess, or just check on him. So I don't know. Okay, that was better than I expected. There were some sad moments, and then I'm just leaving in a good mood. Some nice things that my dad said is that at one point because he's tired, he's kind of like falling asleep and waking up. He said, "I tried to be a good dad." And I said, "You were a good dad." And I said, you're funny." And he goes, "Like funny ha-ha or funny?" I said, "No, funny ha-ha. You're really funny." And then just now I was leaving and I was like, "Okay, bye, Dad." And he opens his eyes, he looks at me, he goes, "You're so cute." And I said, "Oh, you're so cute." And it was just a really special moment. So I don't know if he'll be around a little bit longer and I can see him again. That would be nice. I will try, but that was a nice moment. He also had on a red beanie and I said, "Oh, you look really good in red." And this is classic my dad. He goes, "I feel good in red." So that was the last visit yesterday, and I'm so glad I went. My dad passed away this morning, and true story. This morning I'm driving around. I'm gonna go to Browns Point Lighthouse, where I like the diner. It reminds me of my dad. I was just telling him that story yesterday. Anyways, I get there, it's closed. So on my way home though, I just get this like sentimental sense. And these 3 red cars, all in a line, come kind of like racing by, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be the thing that reminds me of my dad when I see like a red car or like a red race car, some kind of old car, because I had told him that day that I really love red cars and I always like having a red car. And we talked about how car colors are so boring now. I get the call from my sister, you know, like 5 minutes later. I go to the hair salon that's kind of nearby because I'm shaky. And so I get in there and I just kind of have my little meltdown, but I feel safe with my salon family. And so there I am, you know, having my little meltdown. Before I get in there, I'm like, "Oh, Dad, give me a sign that you're okay and that you feel better and that you're safe," and you know. Anyways, I get into the hair salon and boom, there it is, Adele. "Hello, it's me. I'm in California." And I'm like, okay, that's funny. You know, we're from California. My dad and I were just talking about it. And then there it goes. "Hello from the other side." I'm like, I just look up and I go, "Are you kidding me, Adele?" And it kind of breaks the tension and the mood a little bit, which made me laugh. And my dad probably would have thought that was funny. So I mean, you know, I think he was like, "Hello, I'm here. Sorry for all the weird shit I did to you, but, you know, I love you." So that's the vibe I got. I feel good in red. That's how I'm gonna remember him. He loved Stanford, so he always had a red sweatshirt on too. I feel good in red. Oh, love you, Dad.